Well, another week. We're
Another
at the midpoint of the season. It looks like.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, already kind of halfway through our season this year.
Yeah, getting the kitchen done. How's that coming along?
I mean, we're getting close. We're getting close. It's still got a few little things here and there, but yeah, we're getting there. It's moving along.
Yeah,
it's looking pretty good. It actually turned out really a lot better than we I think had hoped even from the beginning. So it's been looking really good. So
still a month past on that the sink.
The sink. I mean, I had the sink in. I just don't have the faucet hooked up yet.
Okay.
We don't even have countertop. We don't even have countertop yet technically. So I mean,
just running plywood counters for now.
Yeah, temporarily until we get some countertops figured out. That'll be next on the list. But yeah. And we all dealt with some cold and some snow, I think.
Yeah. Snowmageddon.
Snow. You had a bunch, didn't you?
Yeah. Southern Indiana, we don't see any snow, and I think I got well over 18 inches.
Wow.
So
holy crap.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We ended up with about 5 or 6, I think, here. So
did you?
It wasn't too bad. But I mean, it was that light little snow for a full day and a half almost.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
really
ready for spring.
Yes. Started planting vegetables in my basement this weekend. So
okay. Yeah.
A little bit of anticipation. So
yeah. Getting there.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Pyro Unleashed. Tune in weekly as Donnie and David discuss all things pyro, from the business aspect of the industry to technical tips and mesmerizing pyro designs. On Pyro Unleashed, we invite cutting-edge experts to the podcast to discuss their role in making this industry a success. So, sit back and unleash your inner pyro with us.
Hey everybody, CJ here with Muxboard, and if you're serious about your firing system, you need accessories you can trust. I've been designing custom slats, breakout boards, adapters, and more for over a decade, and it kind of makes Muxboard the industry OG. Still not sure?
Hey everyone, Den Fireworks checking in here to say I have chosen Muxboard.
I'm Brian McVeigh, and I chose Muxboard.
And again.
I'm Joey Pewitz, and I choose Muxboard.
And again.
I'm Brandon, and I choose Muxboard.
And again.
Hi, I'm the Pyro Santa, and I use Muxboard.
And again.
I'm Canada, and I choose Muxboard.
Every Muxboard slat and breakout board is designed to meet or exceed IPC electronics industry standards. And that's a level of quality and reliability you're not going to see just anywhere. Don't settle for less. Head over to the new website and check it out for yourself. That's MUUXBRD.com. Now, let's get back to the podcast.
All right. Well, let's get into tonight's guest.
Yeah.
We kind of teased it a little bit last week. We had one big guest, the big name coming up this week.
Yeah. We appreciate you coming on.
Bruce Tyree from Blast Events.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So you want to tell us a little about who you are and how you got started in fireworks?
Wow, that's usually a story for most people in the business.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I'm the founder and CEO of Blast Events. We're a pyrotechnic event producing company, and I've been in the fireworks business for over 40 years. Getting started, that's a question that a lot of people ask. How do you get started in the industry? Started with my brother-in-law and I. Just playing with fireworks, getting stuff off the street in Michigan when it wasn't legal.
Yeah.
And putting together these little shows, around for 4th of July. And we did this little show for this little town in St. Helens, Michigan, just a small little blip on the map. And every year, we'd get more and more. And he lived in Detroit, and I lived in northern Michigan, and he would come up from Detroit with, some of these items he's was able to acquire, or maybe run into Ohio and get. And and every year our show got bigger and bigger, and then one year the police decided to make us visit. And, they were like, "We're not against this, this is all fun and everything, but you guys could get into some big trouble, if something was to go wrong or somebody get hurt." So we're like, okay, well, they have fireworks displays, people do this, so there's a way to do it. How do you do it? So we just searched it out, started doing research on how to get permits, how to get a license to buy. And before long, we had this show up and running, and then other communities were like, "Hey, you want to do our show?" It's like, "Yeah, sure, we'll add that on," and then, long story short is, it grew into this monster that kind of went out of control. But we all love it, and we do it because we love it. But yeah, that was kind of how the ball got rolling. And then before we knew it, was full-time jobs and off to the races.
Yeah.
And that was Great Lakes Fireworks. Yeah, we started that 1994.
Okay. Gotcha.
So did you guys do just display fireworks there, or did you guys do any like wholesale, retail, or anything like that, or?
We started out doing some wholesale, but it's so complicated with every year there's something, shipping and regulation, and so we always did some wholesale, but it wasn't really a big part of our business. It was mostly display. Display is what we were all about. That was where our passion was.
And I know you said you've done it for 30 years, so you're not currently with Great Lakes, you retired, correct?
Yep, I just retired a few years ago. Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So Barry Belts, my partner, he's still manning the ship, and they're still running strong. So yeah, great company, still is.
Yeah.
And then you kind of touched on it a little bit here briefly about the blast events. So what came about? How did that come about? Like you wanted to start this new event business?
Yeah. Well, it almost happened, kind of accidentally, kind of like the fireworks business. I had just being with Great Lakes Fireworks. I traveled around the world. I've competed at events, won events in Russia and China and Spain, and I've helped produce events all over the world. But I just love these international fireworks competitions.
Yeah.
And the U.S. just doesn't have them. There's just nothing there. So quite a few years ago, I have had a relationship with the city of Traverse City, and always done their 4th of July and their National Cherry Festival fireworks displays. And so I kind of came to them with this idea of having an international fireworks championship. And they liked the idea, but, just kind of talked about it and nothing ever really happened. And just the years that I decide I'm going to retire, they're like, "Hey, what about the fireworks championship thing you were talking about?"
Timing, huh?
So we had some meetings. I presented to them, and they liked what I had to say, and we put it into play and created blast events, to manage it and to do the production.
So now you guys shot. How many years did you guys shoot at Traverse City?
For the championship?
Yeah, for the blast. Yeah.
Yeah, we've done it 3 years.
Okay.
So 2023 was the first year. It was a one-night event, and then the last 2 years have been 2-night events.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So from kind of like starting this up and kind of to where you are now, you kind of look back on the Traverse Cities first, like at the very beginning, like what were some things that went well for you guys, and then maybe some things that you learned that didn't quite go so well.
That's a good question. There were there's always some things, with your layout and, the whole production itself that maybe don't go so smooth. Maybe you need, a little more time here and there and in between shows, or, maybe need a little more space for the setup or things like that. But from the experience of of what I've had and what we've kind of brought to the table, we didn't have a whole lot of big hiccups, but just some fine tuning really on the setup and the displays themselves. But yeah, it's been a great event. It seemed to be really well received. I mean, people come from all over and have come to it for the past 3 years.
Yeah. What do you think you'll ever go back to Traverse City, or do you think you kind of grown to a point where it's Vegas is the location now?
Well, Vegas is where we're at for now. Yeah, I don't know if we'll go back to Traverse City. That's it's probably unlikely, but never say never. But yeah, we're moving on to bigger and better things, and right now it's Vegas, and the venue there and the site's great, and it's going to be a great event this year for sure. Yeah.
Is there a reason why we end up at Vegas versus like some other sites, or was there some other contenders potentially, or?
There were some other contenders, and we definitely did some traveling and some site selection and trying to figure out where we felt would be the best fit, for the next step. And there still are some contenders that it may move to even from here, but we'll see how this goes and see how it plays out and how well it's received. And it's a great site though, and you couldn't ask for a better site.
Yeah, we were.
We were just looking at it like this is a big racetrack. So
right. So our event is actually on it's on the drag strip. It's a part they call the strip. So it's not on the oval. It's not on the main oval raceway. So all the seating is on one side, and then the displays will all be opposite the drag strip on the other side.
Okay.
There's lots of room. I mean, we could spread out forever.
Yeah,
which is great because we really need to this year.
So I guess let's just jump right into this year's event a little bit. So maybe a little bit about like when it's happening, and we kind of mentioned a little bit here, kind of where it's happening, I guess. But some more details about this year's event.
Yeah, Las Vegas Motor Speedway at the Strip, February 21st. Is the day. This is just a one-day event. Our first year, we're just kind of testing the water, see how it goes, see how people like it. It's in February, so it's kind of early evening event. We should be wrapping up relatively early, 8, 9 o'clock. The event will probably be over with. But yeah, we've got the 4 teams. Awesome display teams. I mean, these shows. I have the preview of previewing the shows and going through and making sure everybody plays by the rules and all that. So expect some good things. But yeah, we start off early in the afternoon. We try to open the doors early, get people in there so people aren't crowding in at the last minute. We've got a band playing Country Heat. They're a regular downtown in Las Vegas. So we've got MC Heather Collins, who's a local radio personality, as well as a local influencer. So she's our MC. So we'll have the bands playing. We'll be doing some interviews with the teams, that kind of stuff beforehand. And then once it starts getting a little later in the afternoon, half hour or so before dark, Mr. Ricardo Caballer is going to be out there showing off his stuff. And
what an honor to have him come out. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's Ricardo. He's a great friend. I've known him forever, and we've been through a lot together. But I really appreciate him, coming out and taking part in this event with me, and he's really excited about what he's got up his sleeve. I can tell you that. After that, we're trying to get. There's rumor of also a drone, a very large drone presence. But we're still trying to hammer out and make sure all the permits and everything are in order and stuff to pull that off. But then the shows start, and 15-minute shows, 15 minutes in between the 4 shows, and then at the end, there's an audience choice, and then we have judges, 3 judges John Bauman, who has been with a large entertainment company forever. And then John Burson has been with Pyro Spectacular. He's retired now. He's a show designer for them forever. And then our third judge this year is Roger Schneider, and he's from the International Fireworks Symposium. So he'll be there. Those will be our three esteemed judges that will crown the ultimate winner.
Okay, awesome. Very good.
Yeah, there's been a lot of big drone shows in Vegas lately, so I'm not really surprised we might see some more drones.
Yeah, man, some of those shows are awesome too.
Oh yeah, they've been doing some big shows in Vegas. This is kind of cool.
I tell you, when the drones first came out, it was kind of like that's cool, but whatever, that's going to get old. And now it's kind of like, wow, look what they're doing with drones.
Yeah, now you have to work with them, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. What? So I guess I kind of touched on it a little bit. Why Vegas as opposed to some of the other sites?
Well, there's a lot of variables there. We looked at the size of the venues, the different times of year. Traverse City's always been in the fall.
Yeah.
So we were kind of thinking of trying to get something going more in the spring type of year, just to kind of gets away from the end of the season fireworks display company, kind of wear out or whatever you want to say, by the end of the season. But trying to get something going, and then the timing with Winter Blast and APA and everything else, trying to get getting all that in schedule. It fit right in really good, and the venue was available. They wanted us to come, so that really helped with the site selection a lot too.
Yeah, that makes
APA
a lot of
conference,
sense.
the whole thing.
Yeah, gotcha.
And I mean, you mentioned reviewing the show, make sure they stay within the rules. What are some of the rules that they do have to kind of follow for these shows?
Well, it's really the rules are really simple. 12 to 15 minutes. You have to use the layout that's provided. So there's a set layout template. There's 17 front positions. There's 14 sub front positions. Then there's 4 smaller shells and one larger shell. So everyone has to use that same layout.
Okay.
Everyone can only use 1,000 cues. You are able to put up to 3 devices per cue.
Okay.
If it's obviously in the same position at the same time. And then you are given a limit on what you spend on product. So you're provided a product list. Everyone chooses from the same pool of products.
Okay.
And you're given a budget, and you have to everyone has to stay within that budget. So it's really up to you, how you spend that money. If you want to spend them all on single shots, well, you might run out of 1,000 cues. But if you want to spend them on 8-inch shells, then there you go. You're not gonna get too many cues. So that type of thing. So I mean, people, that's a great thing about this is that not only is it the designs, but people coming from different countries, even though it's the same criteria, the same products, the shows are so different because of the different way people design and the different countries values and what they put forth. It really makes it exciting. So those are really the rules. I mean, that's it. Stay within the cues, don't spend too much money, and use the setup we give you. And of course, there's angle. You can only angle so far, depending on if it's a shell or a single shot, that type of thing. But
yeah. Do you feel like there's design influence from other countries starting to really push into the U.S. just because of some of their technical design, or vice versa?
Yeah, I do think so. Everyone has a different technique, and you start seeing that more and more. And I know myself, that's just from traveling abroad and going to these competitions and seeing the way, some of these other countries do their displays. I definitely brought that home to my display company and was using some of those same ideas.
Yeah.
I would say for sure.
Now, you mentioned on the layout they get 8-inch shells. Is that the largest shell they can shoot 8-inch, or is there?
Yeah, largest will be 8-inch this year for this event here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
Very
Traverse
good.
City, it's been 6-inch in the past. So, we've got so much space here. We've gone up to 8-inch. Just like you say, we could keep going bigger, but the budget just gets eaten up so fast.
Yeah. So let's touch on the 4 competitors and who they are and where they're from.
All right. Yeah. So from Japan, from Omagari, which I was fortunate to be able to travel to Omagari several years ago when the symposium was there, and visit some of these factories. And if you ever get the opportunity to go to Japan and go to Omagari and watch some of their fireworks displays, don't question it, do it. Just do it. It's a lifetime thing. It's a bucket thing. Anybody that loves pyro, there were times we would just sit there and look at each other and go, what did we just see?
Yeah.
What was that real? Am I watching a TV screen or what? How did they just do that? So we've got a company coming from Japan. He's won several awards, several competitions in Japan. So we're looking forward to his shows. Germany, Timo and Daniel, they were a competitor our first year in Traverse City, and they won the first year in Traverse City, both the audience award and the judges award. And their design skills are, again, second to none. Just great guys. A whole lot of fun to be around. They just love what they do, and the great thing about them is watching them while they're watching their shows.
Yes,
because,
it is.
their body language, and they're dancing to the music, and they're jumping up and down when the cues go right. And they're just some great guys that are really into it.
Yeah, I met them last year at Pyro Jam. Yeah, it was really nice to meet them.
Yeah, I think he was
really good guys.
he placed in that. I think.
Yes, he did
as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Some great guys. And then from the UK, Ian Kitely from South Star Fireworks. Again, just a proven track record on quality displays, around the world, and competitions. Just really a proven guy, and a really good guy, in the industry as well. And then from the USA, the Rozzi Fireworks. This is the Nancy Rozzi side of the company. Tyler Wiseman and Joe Rozzi, they're teaming up on their show, and I think the Rozzi name speaks for itself, and most people that have been around pyro for any amount of time, know the Rozzi name and know what they've done, and they've definitely been a huge part of fireworks, in the USA, over the last, I would say 50 years, but they would probably correct me and say 150 years. But so the way we select these companies is we try to make this a true championship. So I'm looking at these other shows, like the World Championship of Fireworks that's in the UK, Pyro Jam, Sky Wars. I'm looking at these other competitions, the World Championship of Fireworks that's in Russia, and from my experience of travels and everything that I've done, I know a lot of these organizers for these events as well. So it's not just did you win? That's great. That gets you in my spotlight. I see that you won. But then I'm calling the organizers, and I'm asking about, tell me about this team, tell me about these people, and because we really are trying to set an upscale event. We want upscale people, upscale event, top notch. We're trying to show the artistry of fireworks. That's why you'll notice at our events, we're not really big on And I'm not bashing anything or saying anything bad about any of these other events or anything, but for ourselves, it's just, we're not big on the big fireballs and the big, some of these big flashy eye-catching things that are out there. We're trying to, this event is more of a artistic and more of a fine art. It's more of something that we're trying to get across here. So that's kind of what we're looking for in the criteria as I'm talking to some of these other event organizers is, how are these people and how are they going to fit into the group and how are we all going to mesh together? Are they big team players and that kind of stuff?
Yeah. So I know this isn't on one of the questions, but that we had like written down, but
that's all right.
How do you guys set that up? Is it each company comes in and sets their own show up, or do you guys have one company that sets it all up?
Yeah, there's one company that sets it all up.
Okay.
Is how it works. International labor laws are really tricky, and
yes.
And plus, it's the expense and everything of bringing a team of, from a company and a whole fireworks team and their whole setup crew, as opposed to, maybe just bringing in a couple of representatives or the show designers themselves.
Yeah.
And it also takes away, this is a true designers competition. So it's not about who can make the best, 2-inch gold willow. It's not about that. It's not about who has the best setup equipment or, setup crew. This is all about the designers.
Yeah.
So same setup crew, same equipment. We try to make everything the same so that all comes down, to the only variable being the designers. So that's how it works that way. There's a big, there's a cost part of that.
Oh, for sure.
And like I say, the labor laws of bringing people in and having them working when they're not supposed to be, and that type of stuff. So that's really why it's set up that way.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So Pyro Spectaculars are our big sponsor this year. So they're doing a great job for us, and we love those guys.
Yeah. How long do you estimate they'll be setting up before the event?
It's probably going to be about a 5-day setup. We're hoping obviously day before on Friday, we're doing all of our, checking all our cues and all our comms and, getting everything nailed down and being ready for the day on Saturday.
FireTech Firing Systems, precision you can trust. FireTech Firing Systems are engineered for professionals who demand reliability, flexibility, and long-range performance in every launch. With long-range wireless connectivity up to 3 miles, FireTech operates on the 868-915 MHz frequency, a far less congested band than 2.4 GHz, delivering stronger, more stable communication even in challenging environments. Designed with portability in mind, FireTech modules are compact, lightweight, and travel-friendly, making them easy to transport by air or in checked luggage without hassle. Power is simple and reliable thanks to USB-C charging, allowing quick recharging anywhere and seamless backup power using standard USB power banks in the field. FireTech offers unmatched flexibility. FireTech Firing System. Smarter control, stronger connections, and confidence at every launch.
You kind of briefly talked about it's like the type of shows that you guys are looking for. Do you feel like fireworks are becoming more cinematical, more musical, kind of over the top kind of thing? What's your sense in kind of the way fireworks these shows have evolved over the years, the direction that we're kind of going with a lot of these shows?
Yeah, the musical choreographed fireworks display is just becoming more and more popular.
Yeah.
They're just, as everyone knows, it just adds a whole new element to the display when you get those emotions and all that stuff going. And I think it's really playing a big part in things moving forward. It's hard to get people to, people who've never seen them before, it's hard to explain. And just like even this, competition fire, what is it? people who can shoot off the most at the or the fastest or whatever, and why am I going to pay so I can come see that, I can just watch it from the rooftop, and it's like, well, if that's all you're looking for, then I guess there you go. But this is something totally different. This isn't your downtown fireworks display, that's for sure.
Yeah. So how much storytelling do you think really matters in a competitive firework competition today?
I think it tells it matters a lot. Storytelling is those are the shows that are set apart. You can tell the designers that are telling the story, and you can tell the designers that are playing their favorite songs. It's now you can look at it and you go, that was good or whatever, and then you walk away with those with your emotions, and you're like, wow, that was that really got me. It really grabbed you.
Yeah,
it's huge.
Yeah, and I think as to your point, I agree with that, but I also I think sometimes it is fun to play to what you're passionate about musically. I think you're going to see a different artistic side of a designer come out sometimes too, as opposed to playing, to a set scheme or theme. Yeah. So.
Right. And that's even, people ask me for the, is there a theme? Is there a theme? It's like, no, what you do, what best, shows your talent. Use what you like.
Now, bit this being like an international event like that, do you run into any issues with language barriers, culture differences, when you're trying to communicate and kind of organize this a little bit?
Oh, a little bit. It's there's some things, on the prep and all that, because cultures are a little bit different about how they go about, their work ethics, and, when they get back to you and how they follow the rules. And, one of the first displays, one of the foreign companies, and I guess I won't say because it'll be pretty easy to figure it out. But one of the foreign companies was, they were over the queues, and I'm like, well, you're over the queues, and they're like, well, do you need more modules, or do you need more rails? And it's like, no, I need you to follow the queues, because this is but I've done these before. If I bring more equipment, as long as we got it covered, then it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's not how we do it here. So call some of those cultural things like that. But I tell you what, though, it is just amazing when you get those 6 teams, 6 countries, even when there's the barrier, talking, and it's just everybody just meshes together because we're all in this together, and it's one big family. Yeah, and it's just it's amazing how much everyone gets along with each other, and by the end of it, it's we're all great friends when we part.
Yeah. I know you said you had your select judges. What are they what are they judging on? What are the criteria that they're actually judging on? We don't really have a set list that this is what we want you to judge on. Now these guys, every year we have some new judges. Okay.
But again, I bring in, some of these top people from the industry. We've had Julie Heckman from the APA has been one of our judges, and we've just, we try to bring in people that really know what they're talking about. But we do give them a score sheet. And then John Bauman, he is one of our resident judges, so he's actually part of the Blast team, but he also sits with the judges, so he kind of helps them, what to look for. It kind of helps tell them, these are the kind of things you want to look for. If you don't really know, what to look for.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what feels good and what looks good. And like I say, they look at that one shell. Wow, look at that gold willow. Well, that's not really the design.
Yeah.
That was just one part. But yeah, it's like we were talking about before, it's the feel, it's the flow, it's the emotion, uniqueness. Are you doing the same, climbing, single shots that we've all seen, now for the past 5 years? Or do you have some type of new thing that you are going to show us that maybe we haven't seen before? Those are the kind of things that they're looking for.
So, speaking of new things we haven't seen before, I believe you guys are attempting a world record attempt of some kind that we've never seen before.
Yes.
Any detail? I mean, I know the website says it's a Mascleta World Record Attempt. That's all I know. Any details around what may or may not be happening that you could potentially share?
If as we mentioned before, Ricardo Caballer, he's a great guy, and if you ever meet him, you're fortunate because he's a lot of fun, and he loves what he does.
Yes, he does.
He loves his passion for the fireworks, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to go to Spain several times and watch him perform Mascletas around Valencia during the Las Fallas festival, and he likes to be known for being the best.
Yep.
So I don't know what else I can tell you other than if you are into fireworks at all and you want to see something, this is something you want to see. You don't want to hear about this and go, dang it, I should have gone there and seen this. You want to go see it. I can tell you that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It'll probably be noisy, probably too.
It'll be noisy, and it'll be colorful, and there'll be lots of smoke and lots of rhythmic salute action.
Okay.
If you've ever, witnessed one of these Mascletas, I mean, you can go online and see what they are during the daytime. Things are it's just amazing how, they do the rhythmic, almost like playing the drums, and making an orchestra out of salutes and whistles and, just all daytime fireworks.
Yeah.
And he's really trying to promote, he's kind of on a little bit of a mission now to promote daytime firework use because it is becoming more and more popular.
Yeah.
And he's got some products that he wants to show us.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to see them and hear them, and more importantly, even feel them.
Awesome. That's really good.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned Valencia and Las Fallas because I'm actually going to Las Fallas this spring. Me and my wife are going.
Oh,
so so we're going to be in Valencia during the middle of March, and
awesome.
it's going to be our first time, and we're looking forward to it. And,
yeah. I tell you, it's hard to not go back once you go once. It really is. It's I hate big crowds and big people, which it's hard for me to say that because I'm with the business I'm in. But this is an event that I can go to that there are so many people, but yet it's just so much fun. I mean, the Spaniards, they know how to party, and everybody's, you can look around and you'll go, wow, crowds like this could never happen in the U.S. because there'd be fights and there'd be, somebody'd be, out of control and all those type of things. And there, everyone just gets along and has fun, and it's a big party. So you're really in for something.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah. Do you guys? I know you mentioned obviously the Mascleta 4 shows. Do you guys have somebody scripting, say, a national anthem, and who might that be? Or
I'm not sure who's doing the national anthem.
Okay.
There will be a national anthem. There won't be pyro. There will be a singer for the national anthem.
Okay.
I actually think it's going to be my daughter, to be honest.
Okay.
She nails it.
Very good.
But she's part of our team. Shannon, she's one of our on our blast team. But yeah, she can sing that national anthem, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that it's her, but that's the entertainment part is that's Megan and Shannon handle that. So I'm not sure what the details are on that. I do know they do have Country Heat there for as the band, and he plays at Reds there down in Las Vegas. Is where he plays all the time, and they're great country band. Yeah, you're gonna like them.
Are you gonna have like a grand public display, or are we looking at the 4 displays and that's it?
At the end, there will be a finale display.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't want it to overshow. We don't want to overshow the
Yeah, for sure.
other shows. So I wouldn't call it. I wouldn't say like it's the it's the grand display. It's the regular shows are 12 to 15 minutes, and this is like 7 to 9 minutes.
Okay.
But it's more intense, and there's more cues, per minute, and all that kind of stuff. And this is sponsored by Showtime Effects, and and they're showing off a lot of their new product. They've got a lot of new 1.4 and 1.3 product that they want us to see. So it's going to be a good show, for sure. But yeah, we have that little finale show at the end, and it's good, so people want to see it, and we want people to stick around because we want people to see, the awards being presented. And so after the awards are presented and the trophies, then the final display will go. And
wonderful.
that'll be it.
Awesome. I guess let's touch a little bit on where can people buy tickets, ticket pricing, all that fun stuff.
Fireworkschampionship.com. That's the site. You can go there to buy your tickets. There's a different range of ticket prices. I think the ticket price starts at $59. Then that's actually a great ticket. It's called something select, priority select. And what it is as you arrive, it's kind of a little incentive to get there early. As you arrive, you get the best seat available, in the general admission section.
Okay.
And it goes from the center out. Really, every seat there, because of the way the venue is, there is every seat. Seat. So I don't know really how you can, put a higher value on from the center to the outside, but that's the priority selection. You don't select your seat. Then there's the next level. You can select your seat. That's a general admission. Then the Platinum Reserve, that's a covered seat. They're better seats. It's higher up on the top of the grandstands. It's covered, but not covered so much that you're, obstructing your view.
Okay. Yeah.
But, those are great seats. And then the Lux Lounge is, that's the ultimate seat. I think that's a $500 ticket, and that's actually in a suite in the top of the stands in suites. I mean, a full dinner, bar. It's it's a all-inclusive VIP experience there, and we're actually selling quite a few of those.
Wow.
So hopefully that, I don't know how many of those are left, but I know there's quite a few left, but we sold quite a few of those as well.
That's awesome.
And then we also have suites available that have hold 36 people, and that's the same thing. The suites have a menu, and the dinner is included, and it's a cash bar, but soft drinks are included, and all that in the suites. So yeah, there's everything from one end to the other. Just depends on what you're looking for. But fireworks.com is the place to go. Yeah, that's got all the information about, or fireworkschampionship.com. That's got all the information about the event and the tickets, and you can pick them up there.
Very good.
Saturday, February 21st, right after Western Winter Blast. So you can just leave Lake Havasu, take a little trip up to Vegas.
That's right.
Yeah, go to APA and then
hit a couple of APA sessions if you're into that. Or if not, then go on.
Will you be attending APA, or will you be so wrapped up with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm usually there every year. So
okay.
But yeah, I'll be there this year. I think Megan will be there. There'll be a few of us there from Blast events.
Awesome.
So kind of looking at Blast events and the whole International Fire Champion where you are today, where do you see yourself 5 years from now with this event? Is it going to be even bigger than it is now? Like what's your guys' goals for the course the next 5-10 years?
I would say keep watch. Keep watch. Because we're dabbling in some things. There's some overseas things that we've been looking into. I've been invited to a couple other countries where I went and looked at some sites, and we're considering potentially doing something like that. And maybe, like I said, there's a couple other sites even in the U.S. That we're looking at. Yeah, the overall vision and view for the event is for it to be multiple events worldwide, and then probably having a one event that's like the champion of champions.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Where the winners of all these, and I say all these, I mean like 3 or 4, come together to have that champion of champions. So that's kind of the vision, and we've got some good traction, and we'll just see where it goes. You never know.
For sure.
Very good. Very good.
Hey everyone, when you think solid fireworks, what brand pops into your head? For a lot of pyro fans and shops, it is Winda. Pyro fans love us because our stuff just works. Retailers love us because customers keep coming back asking, hey, you got more of that Winda? And honestly, we get why they know what works. You will see why when these roll across your screen. For decades, Winda has maintained the same standard. Bright brakes, clean timing, and dependable safety. If you're curious, don't sit on it. Go see why people keep choosing Winda year after year. Check out the full lineup at www.pandafireworks.com. Winda Fireworks, the most reliable fireworks brand.
All right, I think we're going to hop into our final 5 questions here. We asked the same 5 questions to all of our guests for the season, so it's kind of cool to see how everybody's answers are all the same or not the same, or it's pretty lighthearted and probably kind of a little rapid fire here for you. But we'll hit up question number 1: bucket list event that you have not yet attended.
Bucket list event I have not yet attended. Oh my goodness! I guess maybe Montreal. Yeah, I've never been to.
Yeah, Montreal's been a hot topic this year for that question. A lot of people pick Montreal.
Very hot topic.
Yeah. Okay, number 2: favorite fireworks show you have shot or been a part of.
I would say favorite fireworks show I have been a part of would be the world record in Dubai. One of the world records. I've been part of 5 world records in Saudi Arabia and Dubai that I helped produce.
Wow.
So I would say, Dubai. A world record 2013 was probably that was the big one with Phil Grucci and the guys over there, and what a thing to be part of for sure.
Wow, okay, awesome. Okay, number 3: if you could only have one, which would you choose, hand fire or e-fire?
Well, I'm an old guy, hand fire. I mean, that's what we all did. That's where we all came from. That was the roots. If you're talking backyard display, let me hand fire that baby.
Right.
But if we're doing an international fireworks championship, then
hand fire is probably not the way to
go. All right, question 4: what is your favorite firework effect?
Favorite firework effect. Boy. I don't know. Crackling flower, willow, maybe a fireworks show. Something like that. Gold strobing Camaros. Kind of same thing as probably a lot of people would.
Justin. All right, and the last question is: does pineapple belong on pizza?
Absolutely not.
You
call it something else. I don't know. But
pretty quick and firm on that one.
Sorry.
No,
I'm not.
Yeah,
not for pineapple on pizza.
All right. Wow. Well, Bruce, I want to thank you for coming on and hanging out with us. This was fun. This is great.
Yeah, well, good.
Really appreciate it.
You guys having me on.
Yeah. It was nice just to learn more about the event itself. I mean, I know we've seen it happen in Traverse City over the few years, and kind of always been intrigued about it and kind of what about it. And it's been great, I think, to get this information out there. Especially the pyro community. A lot of not all the people in the pyro community are all that familiar with how the event works and kind of the behind the scenes stuff. So it was great to be able to kind of get some of that from you on how things were picked, judged, all, kind of the workings of it, which is really kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. There's some good questions.
Yeah. What do you guys plan on having a professional photographer or videographer out there this year?
We do. We do have. We have hired videographer and photographer. Right.
Okay.
Be taking some shots and some videos and.
Very
for
good.
Sure. Yeah, and you can go to our Facebook page. Also, our Facebook page has all the videos of the competitors, and we've done interviews, with the competitors, and you can watch those. Pretty entertaining, and they keep track of what we're doing and where we're at.
All right, we'll make sure we link that Facebook page out there for everybody as well, and then we'll get the website out there for you, fireworkschampionship.com.
That's it.
Go out there. You guys are going to have a couple of weeks to snag up some tickets. If you're in the Vegas area or close by, definitely check it out. Definitely recommend going in and definitely for sure seeing that world record. I mean,
yeah.
No, you don't want to miss out on that, So
that's for sure. And if the drone, the drone's supposed to be, it could be a world record too. So that's also if it comes through. So that's
there you go.
So that's a couple of big things there, right?
Very good.
All right, again, Bruce, thank you for coming on and hanging out with us and spending some time and giving us some information, guys. And for all the listeners out there, guys, we'll catch you guys again probably here in a couple of weeks. David's going to be going to Western Winter Blast, and so he might take a week off while he's out there enjoying that. So in the meantime, we catch you guys again. Go out there and unleash your inner pyro with us.
This has been another episode of Pyro Unleashed. Come back each week for more industry insights, technical tips, and awesome pyro designs. Have fun out there, be safe, and as always, remember to unleash your inner pyro with us.